Hello and welcome to another episode of the Theodore Roosevelt Show. I'm Petty Officer Flood. Thank you for joining us. Behind me, Weapons Department is working diligently with the ordnance on load, and we'll get more on that later. We wanted to start this episode off with something that happened on the last underway. The ship took a little time out of its day to honor one of our fallen shipmates, so check out this piece put together by the Theodore Roosevelt Media Department.
The model sailor of the Navy.
The best LPO I ever had, hands down.
A great human being.
It is with honor and humility that USS Theodore Roosevelt has the privilege to commit to the sea Interior Communications Electrician First Class Letitia Jones, our shipmate.
And my first encounter with IC-1 was actually kind of a funny story. When I came to her, I was like, "Hey, what's up, Letitia?" And we expect everyone to laugh except her. And she was like, "That's not my name, but you can call me IC-1. We got a stiff one, pretty much." But she wasn't stiff, she was just very professional. And we soon learned she was a very caring person, and she really cared for us, and she was a very hard worker. She was really Navy, but that was her job, and she took it really serious. When it came to us, we saw very quickly, like, she really cared about us on every level.
She had plenty of young sailors that she treated like those were her children, and she wanted the best for them. At all the time.
She would just come in, she would bring us these breakfast burritos. She would make them herself, and they were awesome. She'd bring us food, she'd bring us all kinds of stuff in just to help get us motivated in the morning and to come to work and try to have a good time.
One time I was sick and I was driving to work and I started throwing up, and I stopped and I couldn't drive because I was throwing up, and she came and picked me up and she brought me to work, and she took me to medical, and they gave me SIQ, and she took me home. Like, that was really nice. And then after everything started happening, she was sick. She had lost her hair and everything. And it was sad, but she still came to the ship and she brought us stuff. Like, she wasn't worried about her. She was still worried about us, even though she was going through what she was going through.
Today was her first time being underway on board the TR. That was something she always wanted to do. Even for the ship to be able to do this is just a great honor in her behalf.
She was very caring. She didn't let anybody mess with us, period. Whether it be our senior chief or second class, like she took up for us no matter what. So she was a great person.
If I could meet another person like that in my life, in the Navy or in the real world, like, I feel I was blessed to have her. Like, there would never ever be another person, I believe, that I come close to having the character that she had, and was the person, that's a graver person that she was.
Meet EM3 Ball. He works in reactor. Uh-oh, he needs a TLD to go in there. Oh look, he's good to go. Have fun at work, EM3. It's simple. If you see one of these, make sure you're wearing one of these.
Part 2 is command readiness and training. What it means to the ship, it's our proficiency in readiness, and it's our ability to integrate with the air wing. So basically, when we become a battle group, it allows us to know that we can work well with the carriers, the destroyers, the subs, and the air wing. It enables us to know that that training is taken care of and we meet those basic requirements for Ready for Sea.
What Part 2 is when we have a float training group, which is also known as ATG, to come on board. And what they do, they evaluate the training team that we have from Decade that uses for ASCII Firefighter or General Locker, and make sure that we're training the crew correctly to combat casualties on board the ship when we're out to sea like we are right now.
How CARD 2 makes us better is that it looks at what we're doing good, but most importantly, it looks for our flaws. And where we can find our flaws and we can accept our flaws is we then can make changes, adjustments, find our weaknesses, and strengthen ourselves with our weaknesses to make ourselves better.
We executed it in a fashion that said that we're ready to go to sea. Not only ready for sea, but we're ready for deployment and we're ready to start working with the Air Wing.
Welcome back. We're here in one of the Theodore Roosevelt magazines with some of the 1,604 tons of ordnance that Weapons Department brought on board today. Coming up next, we have a piece by MCSN Champuong on the Theodore Roosevelt Assist Team for Suicide Prevention Month. Check it out.
The role of the assist person is that person that somebody would go to if, hey, I'm having suicidal thoughts, or I'm thinking about it, or I have a friend that is thinking about it. Or our role is also to make people aware of what to look for and how to look for it, how to approach people about the situation, because everybody sees something different. So what we want to do is put the information out to everybody that way. Hey, I see these signs in this particular person. What can I do? What can I do to help? Or who do I need to take them to if I'm not comfortable with the situation? As long as you're willing to want to help someone, that's all they need.
As the coordinator, basically what we're doing is guiding the assist team in always being there for sailors, helping anyone that has any problems or any kind of thoughts of doing anything harmful to themselves.
Some signs of suicidal thoughts, you may see the person kind of withdrawing from their work center or from their friends. They may be very focused on the glamorization of death. They may see death as a way out. They may be talking about, the finality of things, that they've reached an end and there are no more solutions to whatever they may be going through. They may be looking to get rid of things, just acting out of normal.
I just wanted to be one of the people out there that they can come to for someone to talk to, or if they needed to get help and they didn't have someone in their chain of command to go to, or maybe family or friends. I just wanted to be out there for them.
I do want the command to fully know that the team is here, and we all generally do care about each and every sailor, no matter if you're an E1 to the captain of the ship. Someone's always there for you, and we're there to help.
Hello shipmates and welcome to the Serious News. My name's MCSN Lindstrom. This has been a busy month of April, so sit down, kick your feet up, and let's get serious. Around the Easter holidays, sailors on board Theodore Roosevelt participated in 2 Easter egg hunts. The first was with the Program for Educating Exceptional Preschoolers, or PEEPS, and the second was hosted by the 2nd Class Petty Officer Association at Captain Slade Cutter Park. Both included fun Easter activities for children of all ages. The aircraft carrier USS Harry S. Truman returned to home port after a 9-month deployment in support of 5th and 6th Fleet areas of responsibility. Now let's take a quick peek at their parking job. Nice. Welcome home, shipmates. In honor of Sexual Assault Prevention and Response Month, sailors on board Theodore Roosevelt made pledges to help stop sexual assault. To show my support, I pledge to not be a bystander nor turn a blind eye to any sexual assault. Theodore Roosevelt's biggest Eagles fan, former Big XO Captain Mark Colombo, recently departed the ship, moving on to bigger and better things as the commanding officer of the USS Mount Whitney. We wish him the best of luck for all the right reasons. Theodore Roosevelt's deck department recently conducted an anchor drop. Check out our port anchor as it takes a plunge. That was quite a splash. Let's go to our judges panel, see what they think. Oh! Ooh, so close to perfect. Good job, shipmates. Well, that concludes this edition of the Serious News. Thank you all for tuning in. My name's MCSN Lindstrom. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, MCSN Lindstrom. Well, we've come to the end of the Ordnance Onload, which also means we've come to the end of another episode of the Theodore Roosevelt Show. Make sure to check us out on Facebook and look for that video on the Ordnance Onload. My name's Petty Officer Flood. We'll see you next time. 1,604 tons of ordnance that Weapons Department... I need water.
Good.
Master Chief Mumford with a word for the ship.
If you ain't ordnance, you ain't.
Right. Make sure. Ready? Are they like... You know that's going to the show now. Yes.